It has been almost 80 years since a service academy has won a college football national championship. 1946, that's the last time Army, Navy, or Air Force stood at the top of the college football world, but not anymore. I took the best players from all three and combined them into one powerhouse program, the USA Generals, one school representing the men and women training to defend our country, finally getting the resources, the NIL money, and the 5-star facilities that they deserve. The question is, now that they can actually compete with Georgia, Alabama, and Ohio State, will they rise up and become a college football juggernaut, or will the Generals just fall back into something slightly better than mediocrity? I would like to thank each and every one of you who serve in the armed forces or who has served in the U.S. Armed Forces. I appreciate each and every one of you. To think that you guys are out there defending our freedoms in various countries, including the United States, so that we might do things like play video games. How crazy is that? What courage does it take to be a man or a woman like you? I admire each and every one of you, and I appreciate you so very much. I know the USA, in some ways, can seem corny, but there's actually depth behind that name. USA is short for United States Academies, which are what the Air Force, the Army, and the Navy have at the college level. Now that is short for United States Military Academies, but cutting off the military part, if you shorten it, it's the USA. So that's why we are the USA Generals. And to all my Navy folks out there, my true apologies, as in my stupidity. I didn't understand until recently that in the Navy there are no generals, there are admirals. And so I apologize and don't mean to offend anyone in the Navy by this team being called the USA Generals. But with that being said, I couldn't think of a better name than Generals. We will start in the American Conference, which is where Army and Navy have resided for the last number of years. Then we will quickly move up conferences. You may see an Air Force team or even a Navy or even Army team. Well, those teams are now going to be the junior varsity programs, if you will, but they will remain in Division I, and we believe that they will remain at a high level, but they will not have the same standard as we have in combining the Air Force, the Army, and the Navy's best players located in San Francisco, California. Just like usual, I can enter 3 games a year. As usual, we will be playing on Heisman level. I've played this game since 2003, so if I cannot play on Heisman level by this point, I guess I might as well retire. Let's give you a sneak peek of some of maybe your favorite players from each of the 3 teams. We will start with Navy in Blake Horvath, who will quarterback the USA Generals. Eli Heidenreich, a running back in real life, but in real life what they had done is they did move him to receiver, so we have moved him to receiver as well. His overall is not as high as it was at running back, but We'll just have to live with that. The great center from Army, Brady Small, also coming from Army, will be Will Jeffcoat, left guard, 87 overall. And now for Air Force. You'll have to excuse the pictures, but Peyton Zdroik is a monster defensive tackle for the Air Force Academy. And he comes in as an 89 overall. He will be tough to stop. There's no doubt about that. Owen Allen, also from the Air Force Academy. He is a fullback on here. And those are the 6 that I will cover with you. So the Generals are 5-0 in their inaugural season. They face the 5-1 Memphis Tigers. They look to prove something to the world today, that they're not a super team or anything like that, that they're just a group of guys that are brothers in arms as far as the military goes, and that they love to play football. They love to win football games. Let's see how they can do against the Memphis Tigers, who are always tough every year. So Blake Horvath is just about hitting every target on point so far. When he hits his tight end, and his tight end makes a spin move almost to break out of that tackle. Nice catch by 15 right there. What a beautiful end zone they have created for the USA Generals. And great pass and catch. Oh, what a pass right there. So the Generals down at the Tigers' 7-yard line. They get the screen off, and that is a touchdown, my friends. And there he is, the man of the hour, with his 2nd touchdown. And the Generals will stay undefeated, and they take down a big one in the Memphis Tigers. This is the game that the conference has been waiting for. 2 teams that are undefeated in conference play so far this year, the Tulane Green Wave and the USA Generals. This looks to be a play action to the tight end, and it is, and he picks up a huge amount of yardage down to the Tulane 30-yard line. So play action. They get Worthington though, and Worthington's able to get away and get a touchdown. Generals. Oh, perfect pass. That's when you have a 91 overall quarterback. So from the Navy arm to the arms of an Air Force cadet, even though I was definitely not alive when Army was good. Oh my gosh, that is a streak and a touchdown for the Generals' number 1 receiver at an 81 overall. Oh, X is wide open. He just catches it and drops it. That's all you got to do, number 7. So the Generals continue their win. The problem here lies in that I have now used up 2 of the 3 games that I can jump into. So we picked up a 4-star wide receiver last week. We pick up a 4-star tight end this week. Here we are, folks. The United States Academy's Generals against UTSA in an important American Conference game. So Horvath in the shotgun, 24 to his left, 3 wide receivers set. Oh, and he finds a gaping hole. He's gone, folks. That's a touchdown. The USA Generals. Heidenreich is close, but Carlson is right there, and the throw is on point by Horvath. We could call this the USA Generals / Admirals. And nice pass to Dylan Carlson. He's gone, folks. That tight end can run, and the Generals are going to win this game 31-17. So the Generals lock in a 4-star quarterback from Fresno, California, and are back in the top 25 at 24, and they qualify for the American Championship game against the Memphis Tigers. Here we go. It is the American Conference Championship. Who he finds Heidenreich wide open. Oh, Heidenreich is open for the touchdown on the crossing pattern from Horvath. Blake Horvath vying for that Heisman Trophy this year. The Generals are going to win the American Conference. In Coach Charles Polson's first year, he's done a pretty good job of meshing a bunch of guys that aren't used to playing together. We have been invited to the Myrtle Beach Bowl. Oh, that one is caught by number 9, and that is a touchdown. That's English. Oh, he's gone, baby. Is that short? Is that short? The USA Generals have won the Myrtle Beach Bowl in their sick-looking all-black uniforms. All right, guys, I have a lot to update you on. We skipped right through the transfer portal recruiting cycle, and I didn't update you guys at that time. So as we get ready to start our second season, I wanted to update you on a few things. We actually had 3 of our players get drafted. In the 3rd round, Blake Horvath got selected. In the 5th round, our super impactful defensive tackle, Zadroic, got drafted. And in the 6th round, a guard, Jeffcoat, was selected in the NFL draft. We still have 2 key cogs. We had our Air Force transfer, Owen Allen, who played fullback for Air Force, and we moved him to running back. And then we have the centerpiece of our offense back. I know we lost Horvath and we lost Jeffcoat and Heidenreich, but we got back our center, Brady Small. He returned for his senior year. He is currently a 97 overall. On defense, we picked up the former head coach from Rutgers University and I believe a level 40 overall. The guy is a legitimate defensive coordinator. And then we picked up a guy by the name of Troy Calhoun as our offensive coordinator from the Air Force Academy. Now we got this guy, Kona Easy, a true freshman in in-season recruiting. But look at his dev trait, elite. At the other edge position, we have a returner in Jalen Means, who will man the right side as an 83 overall. Our number 1 D tackle will be 81 overall Jarek Francis. At our Sam position, Jake Gleaton, a senior, 80 overall. We do have a really good Mike back. He was a starter last year, Deshaun Dobbins. And then Rod Hainsworth, no relation to Albert Hainsworth as far as I know. He's a 77 overall, though. In the transfer portal, we got one of the top 5 guys from Minnesota, safety, Coy Parrish. Now, you see him at corner, and it's because of his speed, his acceleration, his agility, his change of direction. When we moved him to corner, he was, if I remember right, slightly better at corner. And Zabian Brown as a 92, the Alabama transfer. And then we have returners in Evan Johnson, Kendrick Jones III, and Bryant Harvey. At free safety, as you can see, we have Odoms, who is a 78 overall, but he has normal dev trait, and he is a junior. And we have a true freshman that we got in season, Daryl Pitts, number 3, that has elite development. And at strong safety, our captain on defense, Jashawn Hopes. He's only a junior this year, but he's an 88 overall. I don't usually show kickers, but This guy was actually our punter last year. I saw that he had star development, so I moved him to kicker, and look at his kicking power now. 99 kicking power, 94 kicking accuracy, 70 awareness. But wait, if you didn't already see it, wait till you see it, quarterback. We have Avery Johnson with star development from K-State. Avery Johnson will not be the starter, though, because we have a redshirt freshman transfer from the Ohio State, and it's Tavian St. Clair. The guy is a big-time recruit. He's 6'4", 235, dual threat quarterback. And is he as good as Avery Johnson? No, not at this point in his career. But Avery Johnson's a senior, and this kid is a redshirt freshman. And this kid's deal breaker is playing time. So if we were to play Avery Johnson, we would lose Johnson and St. Clair after this year. So this was the 4-star that we got in the transfer portal, Daniel Bray. Unfortunately, he only had impact development, so he didn't improve a whole lot. But we had Owen Allen here with star development. He is now 91 overall. Our number one wide receiver, as you see there, is DeAndre Moore from the University of Texas at Austin. This stud caught 63 balls last year and had 7 TDs for Texas, and yet he wanted to transfer to play for the Generals. Omari Hayes, he transferred in from Tulane after catching 62 balls with them. And here is a little conundrum for me. We like to throw the ball around, right? But we also like to run the ball when the defense is expecting us to pass. Well, they expect us to pass a lot, right? So why not run with Owen Allen sometimes? Well, Jamichael Yazzie is a pure blocker. If you look at his blocking stats, they are off the charts, man. It's basically like putting another offensive lineman out there. And look at his dev trait, star. The problem is we do like to throw it around. And at exactly the same overall, 74 overall, we have also a true freshman, but a vertical threat in Alan Whiting, who has star development. The difference, Alan Whiting is out the door after this season because there's no way we're going to make up that ground on pro potential. Do you go with your better pass catcher, or do you go with a guy that will transfer out if you start Whiting, and you have a good chance of losing both guys then? So why not keep Jamichael Yazzie, use him as much as you can to block, and maybe not make him your go-to guy as a receiver, as much as I love going to the tight end. And then in the off season with his star development, he should have a lot of level up points. Let's make him into a pretty darn good receiver. At left tackle, Andrew Sprague, who started for Michigan last year. He's 6'8", 318 with star development. This was a 3-star recruit that we got, I think. Noah Dunham, he's a right guard playing left guard for us as an 83 overall. Here's Brady Small as a 97. He should just wreak havoc inside. At right guard, we have Timothy Van, a guy that was left over from last year's team. He's a 76 overall as a redshirt senior. And at right tackle, from the University of Southern California, or USC, Tobias Raymond, a 3-star transfer. We are live at the American Football Championship to see who the best in the American Conference is versus number 19 North Texas versus the number 12 USA Generals, both at 11-1. Oh, nice pass. Even better run. Oh, what a pitch and catch. If the Generals win this game, there is a high likelihood that they will make it into the CFP. I would think at some point they've got to get more involved, but there's Hayes with a catch over the middle. He gets in for the touchdown. So the Generals come out on top, just taking North Texas out to the woodshed with a beating of 56-10. So guys, we made it into the CFP. We have to play at USC. We are an 11 seed and USC is a 6 seed, I believe. So they instill quite a bit of fear into me at this point. They do have 3 losses, and yet they're still ranked 6th in the nation. So that shows you how good they are. As you can tell, the Generals are wearing the platinum jerseys, similar to the Oregon Ducks jerseys. But they claim they are even better. This crowd is going crazy right now as the rain pours down. They hand it off to number 1, and he slips that tackle attempt and gets into the end zone. They'll have 4 chances at this. They're at the 1-inch line, and Owen Allen just walks in. I've been used to simming, and he gets in. Poe gets in, even though he was hit-sticked. Oh, there goes Poe. He is gone, folks. The 20, the 10, the 5, touchdown Generals. And they run it again, and Poe gets in for his 4th touchdown of the day. That's it, folks. So the USA Generals upset the USC Trojans. Here we sit at the bottom of the quarterfinal. We will face the number 3 UCLA. Here we are, guys. This is the Fiesta Bowl. So the USA Generals come out in all black uniforms. Tavian St. Clair completes that to Worthington, I believe. Gets that one to his wide receiver, and he gets in 83 to put the first touchdown on the board. Oh, that one's picked. So Coach Polson quickly goes to his depth chart and puts in Avery Johnson down to the Bruins' 41-yard line. Owen Allen back in the game. They get the screen to him. Oh, and he runs like very few runners can run his size. So 10-10, we're all tied up, middle of the 3rd here. Oh, it goes to the blocking tight end, Yazzie, and look at him take Bruins with him. So now the ball at the 2.5-yard line, and he has plenty of room this time. DeAndre Moore, baby. He is wide open, and that is a touchdown, Generals. So we go overtime. UCLA up by 6. They miss the 2-point conversion at the half-yard line, 2nd and goal. Oh, look how powerful he is. Now the most important part of the game, the most important play of the game, the 2-point conversion. Oh, they didn't even let me do it, but we won. We did it. We got the 2-point conversion. We're moving on to the Final 4, guys. We face off against Oklahoma in the Sugar Bowl. 3rd and 1, just 3 wide receivers this time, and Owen Allen just runs over people. Oh, perfect pass by Avery Johnson. And that is a touchdown to DeAndre Moore, the former Texas Longhorn. So the Generals have won the Sugar Bowl 31-10 over the Oklahoma Sooners. A huge win over John Mateer and the rest of the Sooners nation. And there's Rashad English with the American record for receiving yards in a season. Guys, I am truly sorry for the sound being out in the national championship game against Alabama. As you guys can see there, and hopefully could see on the film, the final was 28-21. Generals over the Crimson Tide to take the Natty for the first time since I believe 1943 that a service academy has taken the national championship. What an amazing day for Navy, Army, and Air Force. Congrats to all three of the service academies. Again, I want to thank each and every one of you for what you do for our country, for defending our freedoms, for standing in the gap, if you will, for standing on guard so that I can stay at home with my wife and my 2-year-old and 5-year-old son. Thank you for that. And I encourage all my subscribers, if you see somebody in uniform, if you even see an older gentleman or a lady with maybe a hat or a jacket on that says that they are a veteran or indicates that they are a veteran, stop them, please, and shake their hand and tell them thank you. Thank you that you have the life that you do. And I just encourage you guys to do that. Please. They deserve our respect and our admiration. And if you see Coach Polson somewhere, please do the same to him. And I'm just so grateful for each and every one of you that have stayed this long to watch. And if you are not a subscriber, please hit that subscribe button and that noti bell so you get notifications of anything that I put out. Smash that like button and leave me a comment. Of course, I love positive comments, but I also love constructive criticism. It's okay. Let me have it if you disagree with something that I put in this video. But if you like the video, then let me know. Don't be afraid to leave positive comments too. You know, I love those just as well. But just know that each and every one of you guys are made for a purpose, and it is a great purpose. So do not ever forget that. I love you guys, and I hope to see you next time. Take care.